Hello guys. We're gonna just make some stuff today and catch up. I got myself a little latte here. So we'll see if anyone joins right. Kimmy! How's it going? Hello, Amanda, how are you? How's it going, guys? How was y'all's holidays? Oh my gosh, I've missed everyone so much. It feels so weird. Like, I was like, maybe I should film an actual video before I like jump into a live. But I need to make stuff because I'm like reorganizing all my binders. Did y'all reorganize and like redo any of your binders for the new year? Because I felt like I needed a change and like change things up. I'm good, Amanda. Thank you. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Didn't make too many changes. Okay, hey, if the system's not broken, you know what they say. But these are going to be my new dashboards for my Sunday binder, which was like my Sunday, debt binder. But I think moving forward, it's going to be for like a house down payment. I'm going to send out my first round of member physicals. Ooh, that's so exciting, Kimmy. I'm so excited for that. What are you making, or is it a surprise? Oh my goodness. Why can't I work my computer right now? Hello? Hi. Thank you, Kimmy. Oh my gosh. Set of all sizes. Can't decide which ones. Okay. Oh, I know. The time. There's never enough time. So I'm laminating these. I have a couple orders that I need to send out tomorrow, so I definitely need to get those done. So much to do, y'all. Have y'all been super busy in your new year? January hit me so hard. I was not prepared. Hi, Natasha and Nichelle. Work has been insane for you. Oh dear. Are you enjoying it though? Is it like a good insane? Or is it like a frustrating insane? Okay, I'm gonna go grab the stuff that finished printing off my printer. So 1 second. Makes the day go by quick, yeah. Okay. Oh, Aria is good. She's at her dad's this week, but I had her for New Year's through, I dropped her off Tuesday. Is that right? Yeah, Tuesday. So she's good. She had a good Christmas. Did you guys do any traveling for Christmas? Did you stay put? All right, so these are gonna be for a new binder setup that I'm doing. It's gonna be my yearly savings binder, and I bought a blue A5 and like a blue bow pattern 3-ring binder for like big pages. I don't even know. No, I do have 8.5 by 11 because I'm in a collab with Nori and a bunch of other creators that are all 8.5 by 11 pages, and there's one for each month. So if you haven't got those, go check those out. They're on each individual creator's page. Mine is one for, what is it, November of 2026. So, hi Mara, how are you? Okay, thanks for popping in and saying hi. You're sweet. Everyone came to us. Ooh, that's nice. You're like, we ain't going nowhere. Y'all can come here. So were you hosting? Was that crazy? Because I know that can be stressful having everyone in your space. So I'm just gonna get all these guys in. What are these even called? Laminating sheets. Oh my gosh. It's been so long, I forgot what these were called. My goodness gracious. What is that? That is gross. I'm gonna get rid of that one. There's something yucky in there. Smoked a brisket and some mac and cheese. Ooh, love the color. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, and so the 3-ring binder, I think, is pretty much this exact color. So I'm hoping that it all coordinates. Hello, Dee, how are you? Okay, these are all the wrong way. I should probably just turn this whole pile so that the opening parts are over here. All right, and then I also have Christmas binder dashboards to show y'all. And I will probably post these as a digital download on my Ko-fi. And if you want me to like make them for you, I'll list them on my Etsy too. I also have a couple new Etsy items that I need to post, just a couple scratch offs, but these ones, I think they're so cute. I saw these images and I was like, I have to. So there's that one, Fueled by Coffee and Anxiety, and this one, Certified Homebody. So those will be available soon, but I need to get my act together, y'all. I was so unmotivated, I think because of the break. I just, you know, had that change of schedule, and then I was like, I actually don't want to do anything. So yeah, I need to get back into the swing of things. Oh, good, Dee. I'm glad you like them. And then these ones are the Christmas ones. So A5 Christmas dashboards for my Christmas binder. So yeah, lots of, and then, you know, I came back and I was like, I need to like organize all my binders and like set them all up again, because I needed to rethink my system just because there's been a few changes, and you know, reprioritize, reevaluate, whatever. And I was like, I don't want to do any of that at the beginning of this week. That's how I felt. I was catching up on Stranger Things, which, did any of y'all watch? Are any of y'all like Stranger Things fans? If so, how did y'all feel about the finale? Were any of you guys part of Conformity Gate? Hi, Jet. How are you? It's good to see you. How was your holiday? Okay, so those are the Christmas ones. Wait a second. I had one more thing that was supposed to print. Wait a minute. One of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I did get all of these. I don't know why my thing didn't print, but that's okay. I watched. Okay, well, I won't give you any spoilers, don't worry. Dee, thank you for joining my membership. Yeah, that's so sweet of you. But yeah, I finally caught up on the Stranger Things. And to be honest, I had to catch up on multiple seasons because I stopped watching at a certain point. I don't remember when. And because like sci-fi stuff has never been like I've never been super into it. Like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, I watched because my brother made me. And then, but it's never been like super high on my love items. But yeah, I also like, I was struggling with the acting because I just felt like it was like not great, but it was a cute show. And mostly I'm like, I need to watch this so that I can chat with my 6th graders about it because they all watch it, and you know, I got to keep up with the times. I got to stay young and hip. Okay, wait, let me not put those there because that's like my trash pile. What am I thinking? Okay, so my laminator has been a bit squeaky recently, so I'm just waiting for it to die. But it's still going for now. So if you hear the squeaking, I apologize. That's what it is. Okay, so orders. Let's do some of these. All right, so my first order I need to ship out tomorrow is this Christmas dashboard with these little bows. It's like a die cut right here. So I'm sending this to Kelly Ann. So I have that ready to go. And where, oh, there they are. I made stickers on my Cricut. These little bears. They're so cute. They're die cut stickers. And I made, where, oh no, I don't have any freebies left. Well, no, you can't really see them. But there's like a little tiny in there with the same bear and like jars of coffee beans. So that's my little freebie that I'm sending out with my orders for the month of January. So I'll grab one of these and stick it in there. So how has everyone's like week been? First week back to work. How did that go for y'all? We had Monday as a professional development day. So that was nice. I always am so appreciative of like having those slow, like ease back into it types of days. All right, next, my next order that I need to send out by tomorrow at the latest is a set of these holiday envelopes. So I need to make those. So that's what we're gonna do next. I'm chimed in with. It has been super warm here recently. I was just thinking today, it is so warm for the month of January and I love it, but also I'm like, I know this is a trick because it's gonna be cold again soon and I don't want to get used to it being nice and warm. because then I'm gonna struggle when it gets frigid again. Was that a new dashboard? The Christmas one, yes. The bow one is newer. I think I posted it before Christmas, but yeah, it's newer. I assume I'm making laminated envelopes. Oh, so I'm making, these are the my holiday envelopes that I sell. It's the ones that I on my festive Fridays, I put my money into these. So we have these ones. It's a set of 9. And that. So yeah, they're A6 envelopes. So they used to be one of my least favorite things to make, just because they're time consuming and it's easy to mess them up. And when I first opened my Etsy shop, oh, Jet, you're so funny. When I first opened my Etsy shop, I did not know what I was doing with my pricing, y'all. And so, guys, please don't judge me, okay? And I'm very bad with numbers and like all of that. And so I listed each set of 9 for some ridiculously low amount. I think it was like $5. Again, I don't know what I was thinking, because that doesn't even cover like the cost of my materials to make that. Oh, it's so embarrassing to admit that. And a lady ordered, how many did she order? Was it 10 sets of these envelopes? And I messaged her and I was like, because I hadn't pre-made any of them. At that point, I wasn't pre-making anything because I was barely getting any orders, you know? And I also had not set my shipping settings to be like slightly delayed. It was like 1 to 2 days processing times. Do not do that, okay? Now I have my shipping processing time like 3 to 5 days. So if anything happens like in my life where I can't make orders that day, I have time where the order comes in and I have like 3 to 5 days to get it shipped out. So anyways, wait, Nichelle, is this your order that I'm working on? Or you're just saying that you've bought these envelopes before? That's awesome. How are you liking them? I hope they're holding up well for you. I'm so always paranoid about them falling apart and not being sturdy enough. So I think I've got it down to a pretty good science. But anyways, so yeah, so they ordered a bunch of these and I was like, wait, did you want 9 sets or did you want 9 envelopes? Because they come in the set of 9. And she was like, no, I wanted 9 envelopes. I didn't realize they were in a set because your prices are really low. Like you should really consider upping your price because that's you're probably not charging enough is what she said. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, let me go ahead and cancel the other 8 orders so that you don't, because you ordered 9 sets, basically. And she's like, oh no, like you don't have to do that. And I was like, oh no, it's no problem. I was like, please let me cancel them. But she didn't want that. So I stayed up till 3 or 4 a.m. that morning working on these envelopes. And I was crashing out. Because I was new to making them, did not have it down to a science yet, and kept messing up. There were so many mess ups, you guys, where the inside lining wasn't sticking or I would cut it too short and it would come apart, and I was like, oh my goodness, what have I done to myself? Oh, good. I'm glad you love them, Nichelle. That's good to hear. So yeah, that was an experience. But because of that, now I am really good at making them. Barely have to think about it. It's good practice. So yes, so I'm getting these ready to send out. I have my, I need to keep feeding my laminator. So many pages to laminate. Do you guys have any goals or resolutions for your new year? I used to never make resolutions, and this year, especially with my financial goals or my financial stuff, I sat down and made goals way before January 1st. I think like the beginning of December. I was like excited to make goals for the new year. And I'm like, who am I? Because I think goals have always just been so frustrating for me because I feel like I can't ever meet them and then I get discouraged. But last year I met so many goals that were like not even like officially written down or anything, but it really motivated me and encouraged me that like I can do stuff, you know? I can get stuff done and make progress. So yeah, that's exciting. Okay, let's see what y'all are saying. Don't make resolutions outside of financial goals. Okay, yeah. 3 main ones: pay off Greece's truck and my next school loan, $5,000 in emergency fund, and 3rd month ahead. Those are awesome goals, Kimmy. Do you do your school loans? So like, overall you owe like this amount, but do you just say like all of this is going towards this specific loan? Is that how you do it? Hi, Simon. No resolutions. I'm working on my health and paying off my credit cards. Hey, those are great goals. I think, yeah, just general things to have in mind of what you want to improve at least gives you some focus, you know, like last year I was really focused on my health, and I need to do that again this year. Wait, do I have all? Oh my goodness, wait. Why do I have 2 St. Patrick's Days in here? One, wait, what? Oh, no, these are for my next set. I have another order of these. So go back there. You go back there. I need these. I need these ones. Savings challenges go towards the next loan. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me go back and read. They're all the same servicer. They have flat monthly payment. And they apply per loan. Okay. I see. Okay. Because I think, hi, Toria. How are you? I think my loans are through Nelnet. And I'm pretty sure they just take a payment and then disperse it amongst the different loans. You know what I mean? Aw, thank you. Since I paid off one, yay! The second, my payment went down to $21. Oh, That's awesome, Kimmy. Okay, we'll see you soon. So we're talking about New Year's resolutions if y'all are just joining us. So yeah, for financial goals, those are huge. I'm hoping to pay off my credit card debt and my car loan this month, actually. And then everything that I was putting towards my debt repayment, I'm going to start saving up for a down payment for a house so that by the time my lease renews in September, if I did my calculations correctly, which that's always questionable, I should have close to 10K plus the 100 envelope challenge that I started like in the fall. I've been saving, putting stuff towards that. So that saves a little over 5,000. So if I'm slightly short of 10K with the money that I was using for debt, then the money from the 100 envelope challenges should buff that up a little bit. And I have no idea if that's going to be enough to get a small, cutesy little house for me and Aria, but about to go on my break. Yay! I hope you enjoy your break. How is your holidays and everything, Toria? Okay, so we got those papers cut. Now is the tricky part. So I need to move this out of the way. The tricky part is getting these to line up with these. So these pieces, in case you're interested in how I make these, I'll share. So these are 3mm laminating sheets, and I just cut them to the same size that I cut the envelopes, which these are 3.5 this way and 6 and some change this way. I don't know the exact measurement for the length. And so then I just cut these to the same size. And then I get a 5mm laminate sheet, like so. This one's a little bit thicker. And then I line these up, so you have to split these, like separate these two pieces. And then you'll have the matte side and the glossy side. And what you want to do to make the little pocket is put the matte side down on the back of the envelope or back of the paper, and the glossy side, the glossy sides together. Let me say that, that's easier. The glossy sides together. So when you get the laminate sheet, the matte sides are together, and that's what makes it stick. If you put the glossy sides together, then they slide around, and that's what you want, because that's going to create that pocket for you to put the money in. Hello, Barbara. The cost for housing in your area. California is 800K. Oh my gosh, for what size house? So the houses that I'm looking for, I would just want a 2-bedroom, probably one that needs a little TLC, because I think that something that's super newly renovated is going to cost more. So I'm kind of looking for something that isn't renovated so that I can just get a better deal, I guess, essentially. But in my area, a 2-bedroom goes for a little over 300. And that's for like something very basic. That's crazy, Nichelle. That is actually insane. But so I'm kind of near a city, a bigger city, And so I'm looking at houses that are located on the outskirts so that I get more house for my buck, because the further out you go, the more house you get for less money, if that makes sense. So there's definitely disadvantages to that, because like where I'm looking right now, it would be a 20-minute drive into work and to Arya's school. But I think it might be worth it, and I would just get used to that schedule after a while. And also, I don't think I'll be teaching for forever. I'm hitting year 10 of teaching. Next year is my 10th year, and that's when I get vested by the state. So I definitely want to teach until I'm vested to get that money for my retirement. But after that, I'm gonna look for something else. So who knows, I might not even, I might be working from home and have more flexibility. So we'll see. Never afford anything here. I hear that because yeah, if 800K, those numbers, I can't even comprehend those numbers. That is ridiculous. Where are y'all looking to move? Do you have ideas in mind? Yes, Kimmy, and I'm gonna do it like 2 more times for this set, so. Okay, wait, somebody said, Barbara got mine for 120. Houses go for 350, yeah. Wow, that is a great deal that you got. You must have just had a good like timing on the market for when you needed to move or something. I don't know. I made a few just for me, and I only used one of the sheets to make the pocket. Oh, yeah. You can definitely do that. I think I like using the both of them because it makes it a little bit sturdier, I think. So now that I have them in this sheet, I have to very carefully, I have to hold this, because if you don't hold them kind of in place, they tend to slide around. So I hold them very carefully, and then I put them through the laminator. Oh wait, no, wait. Oh, what am I doing? You guys, I need matte laminating sheets. Hold on. Let me be right back. Hold on. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't stick those in my laminator before I caught myself. Hi, Lady Di. Not sure where I don't like cold weather. Oh, as a private seller, okay. Bought in Alabama, 27 acres for 300. Wow, 3-bed, 2-bath. 27 acres, that seems like a huge property. Use a laminating sheet for the pocket, yes. So I cut the laminate, it's a 3mm laminate sheet, Kimmy, to create the pocket. That's what I do, at least. It works for me. Okay, so, but I did forget, I used matte laminate, but it's the same. It's basically the same. These are 5mm laminate, or 5mm matte laminate sheets. So we'll just do the same thing. Also, when I put them in here, I leave, I don't even know, it's like a millimeter or 2 on the edges, so that when you're cutting them, you don't cut into the bubble. If you cut into the bubble, that's what makes it separate. So I leave about 1/4 inch on this edge here, so that I have the space to like leave an edge on my envelope itself. If anything I say doesn't make sense, let me know. I'm happy to explain again. Florida, living in Connecticut. I would love to go to Alabama. Our home is 3 and 2.5. Got it for $560. Jet, did you feel like that was a lot? I don't know what area you're in, so I feel like that would be a lot for this area, but I don't know. Also, I need to make sure. Okay, so this is the top of the envelope. This is where I'm gonna cut very close to this so that it opens up and makes the pocket. This side is gonna have a 1/2 inch edge of laminate. And so I put the sides that need that edge of laminate towards the middle, and the sides that I need to cut off towards the edge of the big laminating sheet. That's the best setup that I've found for getting 3 envelopes in this one sheet. So I have to make sure that it's this way. And there have been multiple times where I've put it the other way and I'm like, oh no, gotta redo that one. All right, so it's tucked in there. Oh, thank you, Barbara. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. I love this work as well. It's so fun and it brings me so much joy. And I love sharing it with y'all. I love sharing how to do this so that y'all can make your own stuff. Gotta leave room for the bubble. Yes, exactly. All I use is 3mm. That's fine, Kimmy. I mean, you can use 3mm for the pocket and 3mm for this part as well. Okay. No, wait, I need more space on this. Hold on. This is the hardest part, I think, for me, because I need enough space on this one to get the 1/2 inch margin here, but also enough space here to have these be missing the bubble. So, I think that's good. Okay, now we put it in the laminator. Very carefully. So pretty. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Today I definitely need to wash my hair. It's one of those days. But I woke up with a migraine this morning. I've been waking up with headaches recently, and I don't know if it's like the stress of going back to work after being on break, but yeah. So I was struggling this morning, but very creative. It is a great creative outlet. Move it to the laminator. I know. Yes, you do have to be so careful when you're like moving it. It's like such delicate work doing these, which is why I love like getting these done first and then having like a bunch of just like 5x7 challenges that I need to cut out, because these are like so finicky, and the 5x7 challenges I'm just like cut, 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 sticker, sticker, sticker. It's so easy. My absolute least favorite thing though to make is I have a set of envelopes that are vellum. The design is printed on vellum, and then the envelope itself is matte. And so to put these little things on a piece of vellum paper, oh my Lanta, it is difficult. Okay, I hope I'm doing this correctly. I want that moved a little bit. Sometimes I hold them like this. It kind of helps get them in there. Okay. Also, it's okay if the laminate pieces stick out a little tiny bit, like barely, but if they ever stick out like too much, I just recut them or reposition them. Because if you have too much of the laminate sticking off the edge like this, then that's gonna make the bubble go further out here, and then it's just gonna look weird. I'm just gonna double check this one because I can't remember if I put it the right way. Yes, I did. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so these ones came out of the laminator. I'm gonna laminate them again. So I put them in this way. I'm gonna put them in this way just because there's, I don't know if you guys can see that air bubble, but I feel like if I laminate it one more time, it gets rid of some of that. So I always put these through twice. If you're using 3mm laminate, you probably don't have to do it twice. But just because these are pretty thick, it helps bind them together more. Oh, let's see. Takes practice getting right on the money. Yes. Yes, my coffee. Okay, so my coffee is a latte that I made with my barista. Was it espresso something? I don't remember, but it's so nice. I don't go to Starbucks very much anymore because I can just make my lattes at home. Tiny bit of double-sided crafts. Ooh. Wait a minute, Lady Di. I'm gonna have to try that. My printer won't print on it. Amanda, I had that happen with a couple of the printers that I had. Last year I went through 4 printers, and I finally have two. I have 2 printers now. One is an Epson EcoTank, and one is an HP Smart Tank. So they both use the pigment. No, is it? Yeah, it's like the squeeze bottles of ink. And the HP Smart Tank prints on vellum really well. The Epson does not. Laser printing, yeah, a laser printer. I had a couple laser printers. I will say those were probably the worst ones for printing a lot of images because they use so much of the ink. It's not even ink, it's like powder. And it's so expensive. Whereas like over $100 to replace the ink cartridges. And these ones, I don't know, it's like a lot cheaper and they last a lot longer. The Epson, yeah, the Epson EcoTank, I bought that one first thinking that it would print on vellum, and it did not. So then I bought the HP Smart Tank because Amanda from Budgeting with Amanda said that that's the one she had, and it does print on vellum. And then I was like, well, I need to print on vellum, so now I just have 2 printers. But it actually is great. It's wonderful having 2 printers. Okay, this is our last sheet. Went through so many different brands of lamination sheets that are so clear and have very minimal bubbles. Ooh. Okay. Would you say that the price points are pretty comparable? Honestly, I didn't know that there was such a big difference in them. Okay. You think so? Have an HP, but I used cartridges. Was it a laser printer? If you could only have one, which would you choose? I would choose the HP Smart Tank because that one does double-sided automatically, and the Epson that I have does not. I'm sure you could find an Epson that does do double-sided, but I have the HP Smart Tank, oh, what is it? 7 something. It's the 7000s version, and I love it. It has great quality. The ink lasts forever. It picks up, like, I use heavy cardstock for most of my stuff, and it picks it up so easily. It hardly ever jams. And if I'm printing double-sided, then it like automatically feeds it through. So it'll print out the first side and then it goes back in. And so I don't have to like use my brain power to figure out how do I need to turn this paper to get it to print double-sided. Okay, Kimmy, thanks for popping in. It was great chatting with you. I hope y'all have a great night. But it only lasted for a few weeks. Okay, you're not sure. I thought it was a good deal. What the printer's called again. Yeah, let me go see exactly what the numbers are. Hold on. Okay, so the one I'd recommend is the HP Smart Tank 7602. Okay. You're welcome. Yes, that one has been working great for me. All right, so these have gone through the laminator 2 times. So now it's time to cut them. So you're gonna cut as close to this as possible, and that will open up the pocket. So you can see, sometimes it takes a little finagling. There we go. You kind of have to unstick it sometimes, but there's the pocket. And then I'm going to cut the sides down and cut this to 0.5. Ooh, I barely had enough room on that one. Okay, so then I have my envelope, but it's not done yet. Then I use the 7mm rounder to round the corners at the bottom. And then we hole punch it. I make sure it's on A6. There we go. And then I do a final run through the laminator when it's like this, just to make sure that it's solid. Hello, Tosh. Oh, Nana Amy, hello. That cutter, yes, this cutter is so nice with the wire. It's so easy to find where I need to cut. And sometimes I use the measuring stuff, like to cut this, the edge. I use one of the lines here. But yes, when I'm cutting like this paper, it's so easy. I just line it, the wire right up with that. Make that look so easy. Which part? Oh, you have this whole bunch too. I love that. Okay, does yours jam ever? Because mine, sometimes the metal pieces get stuck. All right, so let me do these other ones here. I am making, if you guys like these envelopes, I'm making a set of Christmas envelopes. They're gonna be like a blush pink and sage green for my Christmas. It's a new binder that it's not a new binder because I have a Christmas binder, but it's a new binder that's at A6 where I'm just gonna put all the money that I've saved for Christmas into different categories. So each envelope is gonna have a different savings category specifically for Christmas. So I need to make those, but keep your eye out for them to be posted on Etsy if that's something that sounds nice to you. I really wanted to save for Christmas beginning in January this year, so that I can actually meet my goals. Making the envelopes, okay. I have to use scissors to yes, that's what I have to do. Yay, pink, I know. Actually, let me go print them out real quick because they were supposed to print and they didn't, and I was gonna make them. No, my printer is not cooperating right now, so